Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy vicslanghope, and I got another video for y'all. And this video is about Jussie Smollett, Juicy Smollett, whatever his name is, right? And I just wanted to I was supposed to make this video, but I've been playing on I was gonna say play on myself, but I've been playing a lot. I've been on Clubhouse. You know, it's been crazy on Clubhouse. Anyway, so I just wanted to make this video because I feel like a lot of people been talking about this topic, right? I believe he got sentenced to 150 days, and there's been a lot of like back and forth outcries and people saying it was unjust and etc etc etc. And I just want to put my 2 cents into it, right? And I know that the law does not work how it should work when it comes to black people, right? A lot of times the law gets overlooked when it comes to certain people of certain races, people of certain status, and so forth, right? And I think at the same time, we also need to understand how the law kind of works. So a lot of people said this man got a lot of time. He got 150 days, which is like 5 months for lying, right? And then people are shouting, oh, well, there's other people who got less time, or there's other people who didn't get time that were white. And I think we always are in this comparison, right? And again, like that's why I mentioned early on, some people of certain race or certain status, the law gets overlooked, but the law is still the law. So if we as black people are expecting for them to overlook the law when it comes to black people, it's just not going to happen, because it's not set up that way, right? It's set up to you prosecute whoever you want to prosecute to the furthest extent of the law, and then other people you let slide by the cracks. That's just the system that we live in. So to expect them to overlook the laws when it comes to black people is unrealistic. 2, let me give you a little breakdown of how this actually works. And I was on Clubhouse, and there were some people who claimed to be lawyers that were talking some nonsense when it came to the case. Now, I'm not a lawyer, but I was incarcerated, and I did go to law library a lot, right? So anyway, and I studied penal codes and stuff like that. So anyway, when it comes to the court of law, right? And you go to trial. First of all, this man never pleaded guilty. Had he pleaded guilty, maybe he would have received a lower sentence. Maybe he probably would have never even got jail time. So he never pleaded guilty. He never took a cop-out plea. When I was going to trial, or when I was fighting my crime, right? They offered me 10 years first, right? And I had to plead guilty if I took the 10. Then it came down to 7, right? So anyway, that's a plea deal. When I agree to guilt, they'd be like, all right, well, if you agree, we'll give you this much time. I'm pretty sure they probably offered this man a cop-out plea that he did not take because he said he was innocent. Cool, you're entitled to that. When you go to trial and you blow trial, now, in my case, they was offering me 7. If I went to trial and blow trial, the judge could give me anywhere between 5 and 25, right? It's up to her discretion. And for the most part, when you make them spend money on resources, right? Because you got to pay jurors, you know, especially if you have a jury trial. You got to pay jurors. You got to use more money for resources, right? So when you make them work, they feel some type of way. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to make you pay. That's how it goes, right? So when you made them run around, you made them do certain things, they be feeling some type of way a lot of times. And they be like, you know what? You knew you was guilty, or that's how they presumably say it, right? And then they give you mad time because you made them go through this process. So in this case, this man probably had a plea deal that he didn't accept, right? And once you don't accept that, they're like, all right, cool, we're going to go all the way. And once you go all the way, it's out of your hands what that judge decides to give you. And this is why a lot of people don't understand. People just keep saying, oh, it's 5 months for a lie. You don't understand the process. The moment you smack all the pleas off the table and you don't want to take what they're trying to offer you, you basically saying you taking the biggest gamble. And to me, it's 5 months. It's like, wow, 5 months, right? But to other people, 5 months is a lot of time. I get it. My whole point is, the moment you deny whatever, you don't take accountability, or you don't have no remorse, or you saying like, well, I ain't do it, you got the right to go to trial. But then once you go to trial, you can't start crying racism. You can't start crying certain shit. It is racist. We get that. My whole point is that you denied to take a plea, and once you deny to take a plea and you blow trial, it's in the judge hands. Another thing I wanted to say is like, this was something that was organized allegedly. You know, what if them other men would have got convicted? What if them other men would have went to jail, got locked up, and got prosecuted? This is the things that I think about. People are saying, "Oh, it's just a little lie," but I'm thinking, what if these men that were part of the they saying the hoax, right? They was part of like the setup. What if like I'm wondering like would this man have come out and said, "Oh, you know, I lied, ha ha ha," would that have been the case? I'm trying to wonder that. I mean, I wonder that because I'm like, like if those men were prosecuted to the extent of the law, like I don't think this man would have came forward and be like, "Oh, it was a lie, it was a," and again, he's saying it wasn't a lie, right? but that was just my 2 cents in it. My whole point of this is like a lot of times people be arguing or feelings and not really understanding how certain shit work. And again, the court system and the system in general in America does have some prejudice towards certain people, and certain people do have it better to a certain extent than others. I just wanted to say how the law kind of works, and it works for some people more than it works for others. But I'm also saying that at the same time, like, yeah, like if you deny to take a plea deal, you're gonna have to face the consequences, because now it's either you're gonna beat them or you're not. And if you lose, you're most likely gonna get the highest end of the bargain, because they be feeling some type of weight when you make them work. So that's all. Let me know what your thoughts are. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and let me know your thoughts. Y'all be safe out there. Peace.